Hello and welcome back to Diablo 3. My name's Lumen and right now patch 2.3 is live and Season 4 is well underway. It's been going on for like a month already. I've actually tried to record this specific video 3 or 4 times already over the past couple of weeks, but every time what ends up happening is when I'm done editing it and I've played a little bit more off camera, then I discover like 1 or 2 new things, or I figure out that 1 or 2 of the things that I discussed in the previous video that I had just recorded were not quite correct, and I'd prefer to have the video be factually all there, factually together. I'd like to give you guys good information, and because of that, well, it took me a bit of time to actually start this up for reals. So here we are. I'm properly doing it now. I really do know what's going on in patch 2.3 and Season 4, and I think I'll be able to give you a quick overview of it that'll be easy enough to understand. I'll be able to show a bit of it off as well. So, let's begin. Kanai's Cube. It was added in patch 2.3. It is, I would say, the single biggest feature that's been added to Diablo 3 since launch. Straight up. Okay, it's massive. They say here it's an ancient and unspeakably powerful heraldic artifact that was entrusted to the Barbarians of Sescheron before their fall. Now we're going to get into what you can do with that and how it works in just a moment when you jump into the game. First, however, I want to talk about the Ruins of Sescheron. It's a new area that was added. This is where you actually go to find the cube, and I'm going to make the next video that I record all about the Ruins of Sescheron. We're going to run through the area, we're going to see where we're going to be looting the cube, like where it's actually situated, and talk a little bit about the story behind it, the name, Kanai's Cube, because it's got a pretty touching story that I feel I need to share. So I'm going to dedicate the next video to that. This one is just going to be straight up informational. Now, along with that, the new zone, which is, it's on the map. You can actually go there and find it, but it's also been added, I assume, to like the Nephilim Rift rotation. There are bounties that you can do there. It's kind of woven its way into the adventure mode. It's not actually part of the story. You don't go there if you play through the campaign. Not yet. Maybe they'll add that as an extra. Maybe at some point. And I'm not sure about this yet because I don't actually play through the campaign in the seasons. I mostly spend my time in adventure mode. But maybe at some point, when you get to the correct act, Zoltan Kuhl appears. That's the Dark Mage that they're talking about here. Maybe he appears and he sends you there. Maybe that's actually part of the story. I'm not sure. Then adventure mode has been updated. Greater Rifts no longer require trials. Nephilim Rifts no longer need keys. And bounties are now a great source of gold, crafting recipes, and materials. Pretty big deal. A lot of big changes there. It's a lot more fun jumping into the Greater Rifts because you can just begin. You don't need to do that stupid trial where you have to face off against the waves every time. And Nephilim Rifts are also just so much easier because you can just click and go. Done. There are a lot more people doing it. Now, with this, a lot of new stuff came. Okay, so with the new patch, which came at the same time as the season, there were whole new items added, there were balance changes, a lot of the classes and stuff had been changed. I think the big overall of this patch was the Witch Doctor, because generally they pick one class and they fiddle with it a whole lot in every single patch or season, and this time around the Witch Doctor was the target of all that fiddling, and it just changed a whole lot. Next, Season 4. The transmogrifiable items you get when you reach level 70, these are the same ones that we got in Season 1. Some people are not happy about that, okay? Some people are really not happy about that. I don't care. I think it's fine that they've given everyone a chance to get it again. Maybe you missed it in Season 1, now you can get it again here. There are new legendaries to collect, as you can see here. Funny enough, I've actually seen a couple of these already. I think I'm using Bane of the Stricken. I am definitely using Dishonored Legacy right now. Anyway, there's a lot of cool new stuff. This is just a little taste of what they've added. You can get a portrait, frame, and pet by completing the seasonal journey. It's a cute little guy, right? I mean, I guess. I don't know. It's like a little demon gremlin dog. It's okay. I love the portrait frame. Big fan of that. And I like that they're adding stuff like this now. It's cosmetic. You don't need to get it if you don't want to get it, but you can if you like having everything, if you're a collector. It's cool. There are new leaderboards and conquests and stuff like that. You know, the regular stuff that people don't care too much about, I guess. I mean, some people live for this. But one of the biggest changes that I personally appreciate so much in this season is that there's now a seasonal journey that is so much easier to look at and to navigate than before. So how this works is, it's basically your progress through Season 4 displayed in the form of, like, I don't know, an achievements menu. It's sort of the same as this, just much easier to read. How it works is you start on Chapter 1 and you need to complete all of them up to Chapter 4 to unlock the portrait frame and pet, right? Okay, so you got to go all the way through them, and your seasonal journey starts with simple stuff. Complete 5 bounties. Complete a Nephilim Rift. Socket a gem into an item. These are super easy. Slay the Butcher, Belial, Asmodan, Diablo, or Malthael. Super easy stuff. Gets harder as you progress through here, right? And it takes a little bit longer. Now, most of this stuff I had already completed. When I got to like level 70, I started doing rifts and bounties and stuff like that. I just played. I didn't specifically try and do them, and they completed themselves while I was just playing. So it's not a mission, it's not a big schlep to try and work your way through them. And you'll eventually get to Chapter 4 with ease. Like the stuff that you have to do Chapter 4, there's no grinding involved, it's not really a big thing. You'll get there quite easily, you won't have to spend too much time on it. But if you do want to spend more time, then there are chapters that go above and beyond, that are more difficult, that will require a whole lot of playing, a lot of grinding, a very strong character in order to complete. So those are the rewards that you get for just completing the standard seasonal journey. And the seasonal journey concept, it was in the game before, okay? It just wasn't displayed as nicely as this. So before, you had to actually come here to the achievements menu, you had to go to season, and you had to kind of guess. Okay, so you had to go and look on the Diablo website to see how many achievement points you needed or what you needed to complete to get the certain rewards that they were offering. Then you had to come here and you had to see, okay, I'm this far and that far, and it's going to take me these achievements, so I can do this one and that one to complete it, or whatever. It was not a fun way of doing it. It wasn't very user-friendly. The way they've done this, however, is just perfect. It is so, so good. Now, when you've completed those, you get the portrait frame and the pet. Then if you want to move on to Slayer, which is the next chapter, it gives you a slightly different portrait frame, slightly upgraded. You can see it's got that little wooden frame. And these ones are more difficult. Okay, so extract 10 legendary powers using Kanai's cube. We're going to get to that. I'll tell you about the cube in just a moment. Finish a level 70 Nephilim Rift on Torment, what is that, 6 or higher within 7 minutes. That's pretty tough, I guess. And a few others. Okay, and then if you move on even further, Champion, that is even more difficult. Okay, that's extract 25 powers using the cube. Then there's stuff like finish a rift on Torment 7 within 6 minutes. Level 3 legendary gems to 30. Even tougher. Then you move on, Destroyer, and that gives you a cool golden frame. Destroyer gives you a platinum frame, I guess. Is that platinum? I don't know. This is the one that I'm on currently. This one requires you to do stupidly difficult stuff. It takes a bit of time, but I'll tell you right now that it's not time that I don't want to spend. I want to spend the time because I've been having so much fun. I'll get to why I've been having so much fun once I jump into the game. It's so good. Oh my god. But what you need to do here, what I still need to do is 50 legendary powers. I need to do 1 conquest. You can see them in the achievements tab. And then I still need to level 3 gems to 40. Okay? And the other ones that I've done already, they're also pretty tough. Greater Rift, level 40 solo. Then there's one more step after this. That will award you with like an infernal lava type frame around your portrait. Really cool looking. I'm definitely going to get it again because I've been enjoying Diablo as much as I have. I'm playing Barbarian for the very first time ever. I'm not even joking, I had not touched Barbarian until this point, and it's the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life. Just putting that out there. Barbarian is the way to go for Diablo. It's the way this game is meant to be played. It is so, so much fun. It just feels like Diablo. So, Seasonal Journey, amazing addition. It makes it so easy to track, and it makes it so much more fun. You know, you've got something that you're working towards constantly, and it's easily displayed. So I'm going to jump into the game now. I am not going to join a public game. I'll just go private. Let's go to... It doesn't really matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. I just want to show you what the actual cube looks like, and talk a little bit about why I'm enjoying Barbarian so much. It would help if I click on Start Game. I honestly can't believe I hadn't played Barbarian until this point. And before this, okay, in the 3 seasons prior, I played Monk, Crusader, and then Demon Hunter. And before that, I had played Wizard. Wizard was my main. So I had played almost all the characters in the game, but not Barbarian. And now I try this, and then I go for like this cool whirlwind build with one of the older sets. I mean, obviously there are new sets that were added, and I've got some of them in my stash here that do different things. I think this season set is like a Furious Charge set. It's called Raycor here. I didn't want to go for this because I wanted to go for the good old-fashioned whirlwind Barbarian, and man, oh man, is it fun. Just being able to do this to all the mobs. Oh, it's great. It feels so good. This is my character. This is Lumen. Okay, I haven't really been using like a guide or anything, but I do know what the basic abilities are that most people take when they go for this whirlwind build. And I think I got most of them here. My gear and stuff it's reasonably good right now. I mean, I can do solo greater rifts level 45 to 50-ish, around there. That's where I am right now. I play a bit, and every second that I play I enjoy. Okay, so I've got a 6 set bonus, and it's just ridiculous. It increases the damage that Dust Devils do to 2,500% weapon damage, which is massive. And then obviously it just adds Dust Devils to your Whirlwind, whether you have it or not. So you can actually use 2 different runes on your Whirlwind, which is great. And because of all of this, I've just been having so much fun. Now, I don't want to talk too much about my character itself. I'm currently level 70, Paragon level 305, but I'll rather discuss that when I'm doing future videos, say in Rifts or while doing bounties or whatever, when I've got some downtime. In this, I want to specifically focus on the cube and basically the new stuff that was added. Now, again, I'll mention that there were a bunch of new items added, set items, new legendaries, cool stuff basically, that will obviously just make it all a lot more fun while you play. Okay? Then, the cube itself. This is probably, like I said, one of the biggest things that they've ever added. It does a whole lot of different stuff. It's got a manual over here that'll tell you how to do everything. Its main feature is that it can extract powers from legendary items, and then you get to imbue your character with those powers, which is just massive, which means, okay, so you have this super cool legendary in your stash, right? And firstly we get the craft materials out, and you want that effect on your character. Let's take the Envious Blade. Well, let's see. Hold on. There are a bunch here. A few that I actually still want to get. I'm pretty sure any of the... Let's take Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. So you want that. You desperately want that effect. Chance on it to blast your enemy with lightning. Okay, man, that sounds amazing. So you pop that in here, right? You want to extract it now. You get the recipe over here. You put all these items in here. These are materials that you get. They even say it right here, obtained from Act 1 Herodic Caches. You get that from doing bounties. So there's a good reason to do bounties now. Pop those in there with some Death's Breath. You say transmute. Okay, it's going to destroy the item, but it's going to suck the power into the cube. Then you come over here and you can just select it. So regardless of what weapon you have equipped, you can have the effect of Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker on your character. Bam! There's just so much you can do. There are so many amazing combos, and this will just grow, right? This collection will just grow. It'll keep growing. They'll keep adding more legendaries. They'll keep adding more effects that you can put in here. Keep growing. It's great. And the amount of different combos and stuff that you can go for here, sick. I'm pretty happy with what I've got right now. Some dude dropped me the Furnace in one of the earlier games that I played, and this is apparently the go-to one. Increased damage against elites by 50%. It's really good. Okay. I'm happy with this as well. Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. Reduce the remaining cooldown of one of your skills by 1 second whenever you hit with a resource spending attack. So whenever I whirlwind and hit someone with it, it just reduces one of my cooldowns by 1 second. Basically, the cooldown's just, they're instantly done. When I'm whirlwinding, they finish instantly. This is the only one that I'm not happy with. I'm just using this for the movement speed at the moment. I'm actually looking for the Hexen Pants of Mr. Yan. That's obviously great for whirlwinding as well. Now, that's the main feature of the cube. Okay, that's what you're gonna really want to focus on when you're doing this, but there's much more. So it can also reforge a legendary. You throw a legendary in here, say you have a worse version of Dishonored Legacy. You pop that in there, okay? You put all those materials in there, which are significant. I mean, it's 50 Forgotten Souls and all these things. Then you get to basically reset it to as if you were looting it for the first time. It has a chance to make a regular legendary an ancient legendary. It'll reroll all the stats on it, and that's pretty good. Yeah, that's just really good. It gives you a chance at getting a better version of one that you've already got. I like it. Okay? It's expensive, but it gives you something to spend your Forgotten Souls and other materials on. And again, in doing that, it gives you a reason to just play the game. You'll always have something to do. Always. Upgrade a rare item. This is something I actually want to show you. So we can upgrade this one. Okay. The materials, all the basic crafting stuff, plus Death's Breath. I'm putting a rare mighty weapon in there. It's nothing. It's nothing. Transmute. Bam. Blade of the Warlord. Legendary mighty weapon. It's pretty terrible. I mean, I'm not going to use this. I'm probably going to disenchant it right now. But there you go. That's a legendary. Done. Okay. I'm going to do the pants as well now. Just because I'm actually looking for the Hexen pants of Mr. Yan. Let's do it.
Yes, I see.
I've picked this up more times than I can count. I hate the pox folds. I hate them. I hate them with all my heart. Anyway. Pretty useful, right? Pretty useful. The great thing is, say you're a barbarian, and you're looking for those stupid set mighty weapons, you got a good chance of getting them there because there aren't that many legendary or set mighty weapons. So I'm looking for Bull Kathos Solemn Vow and Bull Kathos Warrior Blood. I can just pop a rare mighty weapon in there, upgrade it, and have a chance to get either the set items or the legendaries, which include those. Really good. So that's another one of its features. Next up, you can convert a set item. This is pretty cool. It's a nice way to fill out the final pieces of your set. I used it to actually complete my Of the Wastes set, the Wrath of the Wastes. I only had 4 pieces, so I went and tossed them in here. I put the extra mats in, and you swap it to a random item from the same set. So if you put the legs in, you put those materials in, you might get the boots or the gloves or whatever else. Now this does not work on sets that are only 2 items, which means I can't throw the weapon in and get the other weapon, unfortunately, and it can't be ancient either. Then along with that, you can also remove item level requirements for Twinkin, I suppose, and you can convert gems and crafting materials. All in all, man, it's something special. It's actually absolutely amazing. The fact that this cube has just given us so much to do in Diablo it's magnificent. I mean, I can just log in at any point and I will have something that I'll want to do, and I can also just jump into a random game with a friend, doesn't matter what level they are, and I'll probably get something that's useful. So if you may be playing with a friend that's still leveling up, and they're doing bounties, you can just power through the bounties and get those crafting materials that you're going to need to extract legendaries, to reforge legendaries, and so on and so forth. It's great. It is so good that there's always something to do, and the fact that this game just keeps getting better and better and better with each patch and each season that comes, it flabbergasts me. I don't even want to know how amazing this game is going to be when the next expansion comes out. The amount of new stuff they're going to add on top of what's already in the game is going to be mind-boggling. Okay, it's going to be crazy, and right now, as it stands, you gotta play Diablo. Okay, it's such a vastly different game to what it was back when it released, when Diablo 3 released, even back when Reaper of Souls released. The game is so much better now. I've been having so much fun. I would never have leveled to Paragon level 305 if I wasn't having a blast every second that I've been playing, and I am. It's madness. Basically, I'm playing more Diablo than I have ever played before, because it's so much fun and there's constantly something to do. I like it. I like it a lot, and that's just a brief look at what's been added. Okay, there's a whole lot more. We're going to delve deeper. Like I said, the next video is going to be about the ruins of Sescheron, which are over here. Sescheron, pretty big deal. The fact that they added that, it's a whole new area. Okay, you may know Sescheron from a certain Diablo 2 cinematic, but I'll get to that when I get to that in the next video. And after that, I want to do Greater Rifts. I want to do Nephilim Rifts. I want to do bounties. I want to do a whole lot of stuff. I want to do a whole lot of stuff and record it. So I hope you guys are as keen as I am for it. You better be, because it's coming. It's definitely coming. And in those videos, we're going to explore more of this season. Even though I've already played a whole lot, it's going to be fun. I guarantee you that. So, check back here soon for more. Give this one a like, share it, and do all that other good stuff. Most importantly, though, happy Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls, Season 4, and patch 2.3. And all the new additions. I mean, I haven't even spoken about all of them yet. I haven't. This. There's much more to come. Happy that.